Well, hi. In this lesson, we're going to see some expressions that you should avoid if you want to speak like a porteño. So let's start. The first one is señorita. We don't use it, avoid it. We don't call an unknown woman with señorita. It is only used here in Argentina for primary school teachers only. Then, if you want to speak to an unknown lady, maybe at the streets, you want to ask someone to someone, or it could be a lady, or it could be a man. You say disculpame if it is someone younger or the same age, or disculpe if it is an older person, or in a formal situation. Okay, some people, especially women, can often say gordi, which literally means fatty. But again, if it is a young woman, never in formal situations or with older people, they can call you gordi. Gordi could be used also with a man, but mainly if you're gonna hear it, especially from a woman. If a woman addresses to someone that they don't that she doesn't know, she will probably say gordi. Then, but this is not used in a depicable way. It's a way people normally calls or normally use these kind of expressions. Besides, señorita is nowadays seen as a way to diminish women by revealing its marital status, while men are always called señor regardless of that. Nowadays, it is completely unfashionable. It is out of fashion. Nobody uses it. Then you have mucho gusto. Mucho gusto, it is not commonly used and it sounds like an expression from another country. Instead, we say encantado, or you can say un placer. Porteños, in this case, porteños are not too exaggerated with these situations, so you don't need to say longer phrases. Just encantado, un placer, that's all. Then, hasta la vista, hasta la vista. Well, this is only used by Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator. Nobody says that. If you want to say see you or see you soon, you can say nos vemos, or you can say hasta luego. That's all. Chévere. Chévere is completely related to some Caribbean countries, or maybe Venezuela, Colombia, but we don't say chévere here. Instead, we say copado. So if it's something is copado, that's all. That is the meaning of chévere here. Then caramba. Caramba, we don't use that expression. This is another word which I think comes from the Caribbean, but we don't have an expression like that. We don't say caramba. Then chido. Chido, it is Mexican Spanish, but I've heard some foreign people saying chido. We don't use that expression. It's only in Mexico. You can say copado, for example, copado as we said before, or there is another expression which is es una masa, which is something that you like a lot. This is very informal. Then there is another expression that is used only in Mexico, which is no mames way. We don't say that. Instead, you can say no me jodas. I mean, which is when someone tells you something that it's hard to believe, you said, well, you must be kidding, or that's the meaning of that expression. So you say no me jodas, or en serio. Then you have another word which is guapo. Guapo, it's not commonly used here in Buenos Aires, but it has two different meanings. If you talk about someone that is beautiful, maybe a woman will be guapa, or a man guapo. Or in the expression hacerse guapo, which means to become brave. Okay, to become brave. So you can say te haces el guapo. No? That refers to men only. But if you want to say that a man is beautiful, you can say fachero or buen mozo. If you are talking about a woman, you can say preciosa, you can say linda. Those are the most common expressions. Well, that's all for today. So, try to avoid these words, okay? I also say that the word señorita, I think it's like that is used sometimes. I think that when they want to mock maybe some kind of Spanish I think you use señorita. That sounds really strange, but don't use that word here in Buenos Aires. Nobody uses it, only if it is a primary school teacher. And if you are visiting Argentina, I don't think you're going to speak with primary school teachers. You're not in a school, so you're not calling anyone señorita. And another thing we don't use here, we don't say quinceañera here. Quinceañera is the girl that is going to be 15 years. But if you want to speak about the party, the event, I mean, it's called Fiesta de Quince, so it will be the 15-year-old party. Well, that's all for today. I mean, then in another lesson, we're going to see more about this. So, well, have a nice day.